Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Mega Man Fireman figure from Jada Toys. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks incredible, and I will admit some bias here. This is my favorite Robot Master design from the first game, and I think they translated it perfectly here. Just to relate it to the previous two figures I reviewed, the other two figures in the wave, you would definitely have the interplay between the kind of more glossy parts and then the matte kind of bodysuit sort of feel. So that's very, very nice. And then, very nice colors here. The gray is pretty much the perfect shade. The red is nice and bright. Face sculpt is very, very nice and very like the. I love the line work. I haven't mentioned that in the past two reviews, but the line work on the faces I think is pretty much spot on. Not only that, we get all the details here, like the yellow pieces around the ears, and then here the kind of black tower piece. And then my favorite part, these translucent fire pieces. And you can even see the kind of green light in the background poking through here, just some beautiful translucency. And I thought they colored it very, very nicely. It appears to be clear acrylic plastic and then painted with the orange into yellow. But it works really well and they all look fantastic. Just could not ask for more there, to be completely honest. So just a really, really good looking figure. We get a real nice load of accessories here, so let's jump right in. And there are no hands because his hands are fire, but we do get a couple separate pieces. So we have that swooshy piece I mentioned in the previous section, as well as the straighter piece. As you can see, the pegs are the same size, so they are completely interchangeable. That also ties into the flame for his head. Again, same size pegs, so you can really arrange these however you want on the figures. That's pretty damn fun. And I already spoke about how much I like the way this looks. And here you can really see it's kind of more of a straight translucent plastic with some coloring added to it later, which totally works. Kind of preserves that level of translucency. Then we get two different head sculpts. So we get the one we looked at before, the kind of just straightforward, more kind of neutral face. And then we get the angry one looking to the right. And both of these look fantastic. We get the same paint application, something I didn't mention in the last section that I should have, which is we see the vents and the arrow and just all the nice little extra details going on there. Then we get finally his actual effect piece, which is I actually forget what this is called in the game, but the fire projectile, which also has a hole in the bottom, and that is for, of course, the stand that we've gotten with all the figures in the line, and that just kind of pops on there, and there you go. So really cool, and that will do it for accessories. Articulation, balance here are positively beautiful. As you can see, freestanding kicks, no issues, just as we've had with the rest of this wave. And there's one slight issue with mine that we'll get into. It might become apparent before then, but so we have the same articulation scheme, though we are starting with the head, and we do get some rotation out of the fire because, again, it's just that peg joint right there. So there is that. Then the head, we are on the ball joint, coming into a separate neck piece, but it's pretty much all the head. And we do get some nice look up, some, not really down, actually, we're kind of running into the body here, but we get some tilt as well, and of course rotation. For the arms, we are hinge and swivel, so we're coming up into a perfect T. We do have, also worth noting that actually these little shoulder pads are attached inside. You can kind of see the tab right there, kind of going into the body. So these rotate with the arm, which is a nice touch. And then we get single jointed elbows, so again to just about 90. We can swivel there as well. Then of course the hands swivel as well, or the fire hands swivel as well. We do get our ball joint here at the diaphragm. We get a ball joint at the waist as well. So we get some decent crunch considering the size. Some nice arch back, and then some side to side, and of course rotation for the hips, coming almost completely out. So the right leg on mine is super loose, and actually pops off very, very easily. So you can actually see that ball joint. So I'm gonna apply some water-based polyurethane to just kind of thicken that joint up, and that should pretty much take care of that issue. Then we get front kick, perfect 90. We do get thigh swivel. We get single jointed knees, which are gonna bring us, pardon me, to about there. So like kind of slightly past 90. We get some rotation there as well. Then we get to the feet. We get a perfect point, not really any forward, but we do get some very nice rocker. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here it is with the rest of wave 1. With some other video game figures. With some domestics. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with an articulated icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Mega Man Fireman figure from Jada Toys is that this figure absolutely kicks ass. Without question, my favorite in the wave. Part of that, obviously, as I had stated before, some bias, my favorite design, just my favorite of the Robot Masters from the first game. I think they totally did this justice, and those translucent flames are just like absolutely beautiful. Cannot recommend this enough. Even with the loose hip, which again I will fix. You know, it's just, this is the first like major QC issue I've had with Jada, so that's pretty cool. I know some people have had issues as well, so worth keeping in mind and just keeping an eye out for. And again, just keep Jada aware of what's going on, if you have issues or not. And you know, hopefully they kind of rise to the occasion. I think they will, especially considering the quality of everything that they've put out in the past 2 years. So yeah, highly recommend this. Is available from a few different online resources, so I'll have links in the description, a link or links in the description below. So check that out if you're interested. But ultimately, I just hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if you did, hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's escape the world for a while. Just talk about some beautiful plastic. And at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.